fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve.
Welcome back to Cruisin' with Steak. Grimsteak here, coming at you live on Grimerica FM. It's Tuesday, April 7th, and we have an exciting, wonderful, amazing, awesome show planned for you tonight. Joining me is the man, the quarantine boy from Ohio. He's been indoors for weeks. There he is, James Cruz.
Hey.
How's it going, man?
Good, man.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And also joining us, we got Mr. Jerry Cthulhu.
Here I am.
There he is.
Ready to go.
Hell yeah. And we also got that guy.
Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and know what peace there is in silence.
Beautiful.
Titties.
Hell yeah. And we also got Mr. B.Strut. Bill's mic's broken. We could. God, that was almost a flawless intro. That was almost flawless, you guys. We were nailing it too.
You know, you could always fucking edit these things.
Don't be foolish, Jerry. Are you kidding me? All right, and we also have. We'll say we got Mellowhorus over there.
Stay 6 feet away from me. I'm important. I have a future.
Jesus, guy.
Teddy's a pussy.
And we got Flavortown. Oh, and his mic's broken too. This
Is it really?
Life. Oh, no, that just made no sound.
I'm here. Oh, it just
You
made
are-
no sound.
Oh,
It was
God,
my
it was-
impression of Jerry's popping that I don't know how to do. that I don't know how to do. Come on now.
And we
I
got.
think I'm gonna get that. That's boomer power only.
We did. And we also have the legend Sir Felix Ortega.
Did you guys hear about my dream?
Oh, I heard about your dream. You're gonna have to tell us about that. The fucking 80s dream, just
It's so great.
extravaganza. And rounding it out, the lovely Suzanne.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Suzanne.
Hey!
Hell yeah.
Are you
we made
body
it.
shaming her, rounding it out? What the fuck?
No, that's where your brain went, Jerry. So maybe you're body
What?
shaming her. Think about that. Huh.
God. Dude, you suck.
So we got COVID-19, shelter in place, 30 more days.
Matt, what is
I just-
COVID-19? I've never
Troops
heard of
rolling
that.
in.
I
No,
don't know.
not 30 more days. 23 more
Can
days.
someone
23 more days.
explain like I'm 5?
Oh, just turn on the news. They'll do
But-
that.
They'll probably
okay.
extend it another 30 days. So
It's a plot device on Tiger King.
It is.
Oh, right.
plot device on reality.
What I can tell you
We've
is I
been
just
hacked.
took a plane to Philadelphia and from Philadelphia since last show. There's no checkpoints at the airports. They're begging you for your business. Take a plane right now. Take a flight somewhere, people. It's amazing. There's nobody on them. Everybody's cool.
Snakes on a plane.
TSA's laid back. It's amazing right
Steaks on a plane.
But you have to get on a plane.
Snakes on a plane.
now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, no.
Dude, riding a
That's the
plane
bad
like
part.
with 4 other people is incredible. Like you're just lounging.
But you're still 40,000 feet in the air. I don't like that.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I love
in
flying.
I
a
love
tin
flying.
can.
Yeah.
I used to.
Wouldn't that make flying faster, or do they just have less fuel on the
Dude,
planes?
they
Or,
were
like, how does that work?
Well, since fuel doesn't exist and flights aren't real,
Yeah.
basically I was in the
True.
simulation for like 20 minutes less than what I usually am. They put me in the
Hell
simulator
yeah.
box, shook me around, threw me in the interdimensional transporter tunnel that fired me to Philadelphia. I zapped over there into the the whole simulation. It only makes common sense, folks. Planes aren't real.
that would make like a really good sci-fi movie.
What
I mean,
they
it could
do,
be a thing. Patent pending.
What they do is they like shrink you, and then they just roll you up in like a piece of paper, and then like a pigeon flies by. And it
That
just
was a
flies-
Matt Damon movie last year
Oh, yeah, really?
where they shrink you.
Oh,
you
yeah, the
shrank him and you
shrinking-
flew in a pigeon?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, that's what happened.
if we all started
Yeah.
traveling by courier pigeons, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, Internet Engineering Task Force RFC
Passenger
1149 standard.
Hell yeah.
Internet protocol using avian carriers.
I think the chemtrails are full of LSD and we're all just fucking tripping.
It's possible.
Yeah. Way tighter than what's actually happening.
I know about it.
Yeah.
Way tighter.
It's a shit show out there.
It really is.
Oh yeah,
but not really. Kind of only. It's a weird thing where it's just certain people. It's a shit show. It's like only infected half of the population. The other half is just kind of going about business as usual. And are
the
confused.
kids, the kids aren't buying it at all.
No, young people aren't buying it.
I haven't seen a single. Well, that's a lie. I saw one person under the age of probably 35 wearing a mask. But that was it.
Yeah, no, I've seen a lot of young people wearing masks. I've seen a lot, there's a ton of people wearing masks. But
I've seen people in cars wearing masks.
Yeah,
I saw a guy in a car sanitizing his hands and the steering wheel, and he was on the highway.
But what I don't understand is why they would come out and say that you could put like cloths over your face and it serves the same purpose. Like that does nothing for. I don't understand this.
It adds to the confusion.
Yeah,
I think it's because Jerry, and you mentioned it in chats the other day about how I had the same thought about how you can't see people's smiles. It's taking away from the personality. Like nobody can trust anybody. We're losing all trust in society. Like just being around people, like you feel them edging away, or it's weird, man.
Can you imagine going to Burning Man right now?
Hell,
well, everybody's in masks anyway. There, I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit
going on. I mean, it's not that it's going on. I'm just saying, imagine after this experience going to one of those festivals.
Oh, yeah, I think it's going to change. It will. It's going to change society and how everybody works. No more handshakes. No more like it's.
I'm just going to bring up all my tweets from the last week. I think.
Suzanne, were you saying that people were putting your coffees in bins when they're handing your coffee to you?
That happened to Jerry.
Oh.
Yeah, I was at Dunkin' Donuts today, and she reaches out the window with this big plastic food bin with my coffee in it, and she's like, "We're not allowed to touch it anymore."
Didn't she touch it to put it in the bin though?
They have gloves on. I don't know. I don't know how they made it. I couldn't see that part. I just saw when she handed it to me in a bin.
Well, when they get the tongs out and they start handing stuff to people.
I don't think the bin was standard. I think it was more of a social distancing, quote unquote.
Oh, yeah.
They do cold brew coffee in the toilet bowl, and then they scoop it out, and then they nuke it for 5 seconds, and then they put it in the cup. That's how they keep it sanitary.
I went to a different Dunkin' today, and I had some of the employees from my regular Dunkin' in it.
It's because of layoffs, man. People are getting laid off.
You got to tell them. You got to tell them. I went to this other Dunkin' to get the fuck away from you people.
I think that the same dude owns both of them.
Yeah,
probably.
Sure. It could be.
I want to know about this double Dunkin' Donuts life we're living over here, though.
Oh, I have two within 3 miles. Well, I have 4. There's 4 of them within 6 miles of my house.
I am in a Dunkin' Donut desert.
Business.
And there's 3 Starbucks.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a Dunkin' Donuts.
Sorry, 4 Starbucks if you count the one in Target.
Oh my god,
I don't.
Oh, man,
I would never do that.
I'm sorry. There's one in Kroger too. That's 5 Starbucks
Junior.
Those aren't Starbucks. Hell,
get
get the fuck out
Starbucks
of here.
Junior. Get that shit out of here.
You get paid by the grocery stores and by Target. You're not a Starbucks employee.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
They just pay for the uniforms.
You've got a Starbucks in Target?
Yeah,
all over the place.
All the big Targets have Starbucks.
God, Idaho is what I couldn't even imagine what's going on up there. Are you guys even? Do you have any disease? Are you guys quarantined? You free to
is there like some cult going on in there?
There was one guy. Yeah, no, there was one guy in the next county over, but I think somebody killed him and just buried him out in the middle.
There you go.
You guys take care of your own COVID-19 people.
Here's the thing that people should realize is that if you die, regardless of what you die of, if you test positive on their test for coronavirus, which is not, again, COVID-19, because there's no test for that right now. If you test positive for the coronavirus antibodies, you are marked as a presumptive coronavirus death, and it goes to the CDC. That's why the death counts are so.
So how much money are they getting from FEMA for all these deaths?
Look at that chart. Look at that chart I dropped a couple weeks ago. It's in there.
It says how much they get per person per death.
It tells you what department gets how much money.
Oh, okay.
I'll find it again.
I missed that.
The smallest amount of money is going to the people.
Oh, yeah.
That's always how it works.
It was like 4% the last time I saw it. Of what, 10 trillion?
2 trillion.
Didn't they pass wasn't there another 6 point something trillion and
like
then
phase
another
4
2?
or some shit?
Yeah,
They're
they
still
have
working
like
on
6
that.
phases now.
Here's that graph.
Did you put it in Discord?
I just did. So,
okay.
State and local governments going 400
that's
billion.
That's a lot of dumb graphs. Jeez.
It's pretty simple graph, actually.
Back to the how people are acting thing, though. Don't you feel like this is? Don't you think there's a lot of people that like slipped into this way too easy? You know what I mean?
Like,
yeah.
Like they were
all the big
completely ready.
corporations.
No, I just mean like people with the masks and then not wanting to be around people and then not wanting to talk and then not wanting to be like. There are already so many people on that edge of like. The only reason they're even out is because they feel obligated to be out.
Oh yeah, they want to slip into that introverted lifestyle. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
100%.
and this is just letting people like just go full.
They can accept it. Yeah. Say, screw it. I don't have to talk to anybody now. I don't have to. Yeah. I totally.
It's
agree.
a way for us to easily identify the NPCs.
Okay.
That's possible too.
That.
Look at how much.
I mean, that's not what it's for, but I'm saying that's what we can use it for. Sorry, Suzanne.
No, it's okay. Child nutrition got 8.8 billion.
What are they feeding them?
Large corporations got 500
fruit
billion.
by the foot.
Come on, guys. Yeah, fruit by the foot. Exactly.
They're feeding them flu shots.
They give flu shots for that.
Yeah.
So
they just give
hold
them
up.
some
My
blue
whole
shot
question:
breakfast.
what's up with Bill Gates? Like, why is everybody like looking to him as
He's
far
the king,
as
dude.
like the king of pandemics? Like,
He's the king of doctors.
Yeah, like, that's exactly. He's ultimate doctor. Like, he's the most Chad doctor. What's going on?
Because he made
here?
the most money, so
Because
he's like the expert on everything.
He's rich and he basically self-funds the WHO.
I'm really rich.
Because ski free on Windows.
I think that might be exactly it. That damn Yeti. It was all ski free.
Yeah, but he's making the world a minefield.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like
come
how
on, that was
everybody's
a
looking to
Windows
him.
joke.
Minesweep.
Oh, okay.
Minesweep,
A minesweep. Okay.
He's making the world a mines. Let me redo. He's making the world a minesweep.
Edit that out, Graham. This joke needs to land.
That a
Well, and all the schools
an old
were
game
told not to use
Minesweeper?
Zoom.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, everybody's told not to use Zoom. My Zoom's the safest ever. You see that
Use
little
the Microsoft one.
You see that little E up there, guys? This room's encrypted.
That doesn't mean jack. Anyone with the link can get in.
Listen, if you're going to do video conferencing, if you're going to do video conferencing and you want it to be private, sack up and make your own Jitsi server.
I don't even know what you're talking about, that guy. I don't know about your sketchy chat servers and stuff. Way deep. I have to log in with a ham radio somehow to talk to you. Like
You do, yeah. You do.
All his traffic routes through the CIA. So.
Well, they can go through there all day long.
He sends me links that I got to get hackers to undo.
I sent out my public key. Holy fuck.
he does it out of spite just to mess with him. He'll send you through that back door and into his back door.
I'm gonna make them work for it.
Yeah, quarter at a time.
Burn a fucking calorie, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
Felix, you got a
Because
dream?
I'm a shoe guy, and these boots are made for fucking walking.
Tell me about this dream.
You want me to just read it to you?
Yes.
Read me your dream.
This was a good one. There's more, and I can add more details to it. But I was going to bring up the. You guys ever hear of the Tenerife airport disaster?
Yes.
No.
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 Half and half.
We could talk about it later.
That's the end of it. Okay.
Well, it's supposedly the deadliest aviation disaster in history.
Oh man.
What do you know about
Bill?
it?
Sweet. Okay. Excuse me. Go ahead. Sorry.
What do you know about it, that guy, the Tenerife airport disaster?
That it was a thing. That was basically it.
Oh.
Wasn't like 339 people or something died?
Oh, yeah, they crashed into a plane crash right behind where Flavortown's sitting.
Yeah, but no, it was a plane crash off the coast of the Canary Islands.
I think it was all on like the runway.
Was it?
Yeah, there was 583 fatalities, but there had been a terrorist incident somewhere off of somewhere in Spain or somewhere around there. So a lot of the planes were just taxiing, and it was foggy. And then one of the air control people just gave the go ahead for a plane to just take off, and it cut off the top of another airplane, like sliced
sheared
off.
it off. Damn.
Can opener.
So there were 2 planes that were in the incident, and emergency vehicles were going towards the plane that was, everyone was dead on this plane, but they went towards that one because it looked like it was the only plane that was really damaged. But this other one, there was still time to kind of save these people in this other airplane, and it ended up like exploding after a little small window of time. And so there's 583 people dead, but there's like anecdotes about the people on that other airplane. They had time to save themselves, but they were all just like froze in like fear. They were just sitting there, didn't think that they could save themselves. And there were like 13 people that actually got off the airplane and survived.
I was just going to ask that. Yeah.
Because they just took action. They just saw their window of time to get off the plane and before it exploded. But there was a lady who, she had her friend was on the airplane, and she said she looked back and remembers her face just being frozen, and she couldn't do anything about it. And the same lady, her husband had shaken her out of this like same like frozen fear. He like yelled at her like, "Get your seatbelt off, let's go." And she snapped out of it, and he dragged her along, and they jumped 20 feet down, saved themselves. And she has just that burned in her memory, looking back and seeing her friend, and tons of people just like frozen in fear.
Whoa.
The Tenerife airport disaster, 1977.
So did this have something to do with your dream?
No, it's just something I heard a little bit about today.
Wow, yeah.
That is not
a random catastrophe that just popped up.
Just aviation disasters, coming to my brain sometimes.
That's terrible.
I wanted to bring it up when you're talking about airports, but you guys just are yakking.
Oh, it's what we do. You got to butt in, man. You know how this show is.
You do.
Come on.
I got an airplane related thing too.
You got to come in hard.
Manifest, where a plane disappears mid-flight, supposedly, and for 5.5 years.
MH371.
Basically, right? Yeah. It's like it's an NBC show. I don't know how lame it is or not. I only caught the pilot episode of it. But
the event.
Yeah, so this plane's flying from Jamaica, like halfway. All of a sudden, there was like a turbulent thing, and like the power kind of goes out in the plane. It seems like a turbulence kind of thing, where it's planes dropping for a split second. Then everything turns right back on, and they just continue on their way, and they land, and it's 2019 or whatever instead of 2013 when they left.
Whoa! Time they like time jump.
Yeah.
I watched a few episodes of it. It was like a slow-moving vehicle chase. I just kind of lost interest after a while.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Have you been on an airplane that's been struck by lightning?
No.
Bill, set your headset to your actual headset. You're using your laptop mic right now.
I don't know if it'll work, but I can try.
100%.
Cassandra's going to stop in and give us a Chicagoland
What
update.
about now?
Awesome.
All right, let me do my dream then.
Yeah.
All that jazz.
I want to hear about your dream.
All right, get yourself situated. This is Felix's dream.
Or now?
I dreamt I was in a college auditorium and was on a hydraulic crane chair flying around. Everyone was watching an orientation video. Then the video turned into a made-up TV show starring Michael J. Fox, who was saying goodbye to college friends after graduating, and they were all talking about how they'd keep in touch. Michael J. Fox became a janitor at the college, and years flew by.
Why?
Years later, Michael J. Fox was in his janitor closet when a shiny gold Cadillac pulled up with mayoral candidacy bumper stickers on back. Out of the Cadillac pops Rob Lowe, who was painted silver and wearing a silver cutoff sleeve jean jacket and silver jean Daisy Dukes. He was flexing his biceps. He was running for mayor and was one of Michael J. Fox's old college buddies. And then there was another little scene there. I was cuddling with a girl on the auditorium seats and also had my head on some stranger's shoulder who was noticeably uncomfortable but said nothing. And I think this comes a lot from the whole social distancing thing. So I had my head on some lady's shoulder and I was so close to her, and I just really wanted to just be close to her, but I can just read her mind that she just was like, get away. Oh my God. really a lot closer than 6 feet close to me. And then all of a sudden my high school principal came up to me to discipline me, but I gave him the silent treatment.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, there was a little bit more to it than that. Well, that was pretty much it, actually. It was kind of the highlights of it.
It's a good dream. And then I want to see this movie production.
But I remember being in that crane chair and just flying all over the place, and everyone was just super pissed off looking back at me while they're trying to watch this orientation video. But I was just having the time of my life, flying around with like a little joystick on the chair and just like going all over the place.
You're like the director, like floating around in the director's chair.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
I think I'm with Grim on this one. Screenplay or get the fuck out.
Yeah, let's do it. Man.
There was a scene where it was almost like a montage where
we gotta go like scene by scene here and really break this down.
Yeah.
Well, Michael J. Fox, when he became a janitor, like time went by, and it was almost like in between the season finale of the show that was up on the big screen. It like time went by, and he was in his janitor's closet, and he was like slapping papers on the wall, and like this calendar was going really fast, like high speed calendar kind of scene.
Crazy.
And I don't know the connection between the show. Then it was almost like they were doing what do they call it? Like a reunion show.
Okay.
And I don't really watch TV that much, but I was big into like Back to the Future, and never really was big into Rob Lowe or anything. I don't know why.
I just want to. Rob Lowe has come up like 4 or 5 times in the last day or two. Even to the point where I saw a video today, which I just linked, and there was an article in it, and the fucking dude's name is Rob Lowe, who wrote it.
Rob Lowe's going to get coronavirus next.
Well, Rob Lowe starred in the Stand movie.
There it is. Boom. There's a connection.
And I love that meme, though. How many lows could a Rob Lowe rob if a Rob Lowe could rob lows?
You know, I gotta say, I was never a big fan of him in the early days, but he's really turned into a pretty serious. I like his work.
He was good in Wayne's World.
In my life.
Hell yeah, so gay.
What movie did he? Was it Wayne's World where he was Bo Derek's wife or husband?
No, it was Wayne's World. Was that 1 or 2?
He tries to steal Cassandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tried to steal Cassandra. Yes.
And he's like the producer or something or other.
Yeah. He like makes the music for them or whatever.
I don't remember any of that.
Yeah, that was Wayne's World.
Dude, I haven't seen those probably since they first came out.
Exactly. And you try to watch some of that shit you loved when you were a kid, and it's like horrible.
Back to the Future was great, though. I always remember being a little kid and at my the sitters, like we used to go. My parents worked, so me and brother went over to whatever after school care type thing, and we would always put that VHS in, and I always remember the beginning of that giant speaker, dude. He's amping up, he's fucking jacking into the giant speaker in Doc's place, dude, and just cranks that shit, and then it just goes flying across the room. Yeah, good old Marty McFly.
Back to the Future is one of those movies, like if there's nothing else on and you got to watch something, you'd watch it again.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
when Back to the Future's on and I got to watch something, I will turn it off and stare at the wall.
You say you don't like Back to the Future?
Not enough to watch it again.
That's heavy.
That's heavy, Doc.
Great Scott.
Man, that's a good one.
Although I'll watch Christopher Lloyd in just about anything except Back to the Future.
Oh, he was in a great movie with
I saw him in something recently too.
A bunch of people, and he was one of the crazy people, and the doctor takes him out to a baseball game. I'll find the movie, but it's really funny. And he plays this doctor type who's
Angels in the Outfield.
No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It could be anything. Christopher Lloyd playing a crazy person.
But he carries around this clipboard and he goes, "That's going to be my report." Everything gets written down in this thing. It's hilarious.
Wasn't there a deep fake recently with who was it? Robert Downey Jr.
and Tom Holland,
as Christopher Lloyd,
Doc Brown. Spit it out.
What deep faking movies?
Deep faking.
Somebody took a clip from Back to the Future and deep faked Tom Holland into Michael J. Fox and Robert Downey Jr. into Christopher.
No, but I mean, like, surely we have the technology where like independent filmmakers can just start deep faking. Like, do you
Dude, I
need
just
someone?
saw an app.
Like,
I just saw an app where people can deep fake themselves as celebrities right now. Like that's just it's facial recognition grabbing technology to the max.
Oh, it's
just
gross.
going so hard on us.
What? So
Hey.
you think CNN is real? That's like real-time CGI going on.
do you think their facial recognition software is good enough to see through all of the people wearing masks?
No,
That's
Maybe
kind
that's
of
what this.
fucking with them.
Maybe that's what this test is. We're all they're just testing the facial recognition software. They're like, let's have everybody wear masks to see if we can just pinpoint
Yeah.
on their eyes.
Well, you saw the news about Google tracking everybody, right? To give a COVID heat map.
What do you
It's
mean
insane.
news?
Yes.
Imagine that being news and not
It
just
was news.
our life for the last 20 years.
I don't disagree, but I'm telling you, it was put
Yeah,
out as
yeah.
this
I
is
know.
a good thing. Now you can know where not to go.
Oh, yeah. See, they're just
Yeah.
waiting for the right opportunity to try to
Batter in.
convince everyone it was all for the right reasons.
Mhm.
It's just like The Dark Knight. It's just literally the plot of The Dark Knight. Not literally. We're not just two groups of people on two different
Bane?
boats.
Like the guy was the evil guy there, Bane.
No, that was the Joker one.
Joker. Oh, okay.
Because the whole thing is that he, the Batman hacks into every cell phone in Gotham and creates like a map of
Like a sonar map.
like a sonar map, and he uses that to take Joker down, and it's seen as this like, controversial thing, but he's just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. So this is like the
That's
surveillance states. Yeah, this is like the surveillance state Dark Knight moment where they think they can be like, well, if we just tell everyone they were doing it now, this is the best time because it's going to be the time that people least are going to be critical of knowing that for sure.
So why does the bad guy always have some kind of spooky name? Why is it never something like Murray or Eunice or something like that?
It has to strike dread in that guy. Come on, that's just writing 101.
Fear.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
you have to be a good writer to come up with a bad guy named Murray.
I'm sure if I look back in all forms of literature, I'm not very educated, but there are some cases of plain named villains out there. I'm sure it has to exist.
Well, the only one that I can think of that's even close to
Snidely
plain
Whiplash.
name. No, that's obviously evil.
Taserface.
No, that too. No, the only one that I've ever seen that I can remember after 3x plus 2y minus 4 whiskeys is
Yes, the only math I know.
is James Gum from
That's not even a thing. This sounds like
No, it
something
is.
real boomer.
Dick Tracy.
no James Gum from Manhunter. That was the first novel from Thomas Harris, the guy that wrote Silence of the Lambs.
He's missing an S. Jame.
Jame.
Jame. Gumb. Yeah.
Pat, I'd like to buy a consonant.
Yeah. Well, no,
Is there an
you got
S?
plenty of consonants.
Oh yeah. So forced vaccines, guys. You think it's coming?
And
how are they gonna-
Totally coming.
not forced, but I think to be able to like do some like certain shit. I'm sure.
To be in
Honor 'em.
society.
Yeah,
This is
pretty
a
much.
market research study is what's happening. They're
Right.
seeing how many people are going to object to it.
That's I totally think that. Well, Cruising with Steak objects to forced vaccines. Let's put that on the record. If we go in
Yes.
some kind of polling database.
Anti-pedophilia, anti-forced vaccination.
To be fair, Cruising with Steak
go
is
to
an
the grave on those two.
anti-pedophilia podcast. Let's make this clear.
We could all start wearing chainmail.
Needle can get through chainmail.
We could. Yeah, but
Real good, like
coronavirus
carbon
can't.
fiber chainmail.
No, you need scale mail, dude.
No, dude, I wear brass mail. Brass kills the coronavirus. So just have brass chain links all around me. Think about it. It only makes common sense.
I've had copper.
Prove me
killed.
wrong. Who's gonna prove me wrong here?
Prove
Come
me
on.
wrong.
Brass chain suit? You can't get sick.
Or just like suits of
Idiots.
For
Gotta wear the helmets that those policemen in India were wearing. The coronavirus helmets.
Are those the ones that can have temperature gauges on them? That can.
No, they look like the coronavirus on their head. There were spikes on their head.
Oh, that
Their
was in
helmets.
India. That was in India.
In India.
I'm
Yeah,
going
that's what I
looking.
said.
So that movie with the crazies with Christopher Lloyd is called The Dream Team with Michael Keaton. I
Oh,
put
was
the trailer.
that where he was a marketing guy?
Yeah.
Going into the booby hatch.
Yep. Oh, this is going in my report. He kept saying, "Everyone, you'll see it in my report."
So
Was Dudley Moore part of that?
I wonder if he remembers even making that movie.
Dudley Moore was the one where they were the fake ad, or no, they weren't fake. They were making like honest advertising.
Oh yeah. Okay, all right.
Like Saabs or Volvo, boxy but sexy. Remember?
We got Keats Ross in here.
Keats
What's up,
is here.
Keats?
What's up,
How are
K
you
man?
guys? Good to
Doing
see
good,
you
man.
guys.
What up?
Put us in that K hole, buddy.
Ton of you. There's a lot of you. I love it.
Oh, dude, it's what we do. It's cruising with steak. We load it up.
I know. I guess I never really visualized it. in
No,
like a-
it's true because somehow we still manage like dead silent spots where nothing's happening. But no, there's a lot of people in here.
Yeah,
We
this
should
is
make it
awesome.
Suzanne's job to fill in the silence.
Why did you dress up? What's with the tux? This isn't the
Keats is a sharp dressed
Oh,
man.
yeah,
This guy knows style.
The tux, the jean jacket, and the hat. Is that what it is?
God
A
almighty.
denim tux he's wearing right now.
I think
How did you
that
get a
guy's
haircut?
making fun that I dressed down.
How did you get a haircut?
Yeah.
Oh, shave it once a year. Just let it go and then shave it again.
All right. Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
The
I'm gonna try
perfect
that.
Cuts.
Use Barbasol.
Yeah.
Purpose.
When I
Something
get to
like
100
that.
patrons, I'm gonna shave
A
my
little
head.
bit more electric on my end, but
Electric shave.
yeah.
This-
Just a buzz.
Lawnmower 3.0.
This is giving me a throwback to last
Nice
week when I was screaming about what the hell is the meat grinder? What's this astrological meat grinder going on? And everybody was like, I don't know. We're not astrologers. Keats, can you fill me in on any of this stuff? Do you know
Oh,
this? Any of this?
Jesus. No.
It's
God damn it!
Uranus
I'm
and
gonna put you on the
Taurus.
spot.
Talk about Uranus and Taurus.
That's all you need
My
to talk
innocent
about.
Taurus.
Uranus and
I can't do
Taurus.
it.
It doesn't exist, folks.
There's so many confluences happening right now it's just ridiculous. Yeah, I lost track.
Tonight's the supermoon.
Yeah, it's the pink moon. Nick Drake.
Yeah, pink.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say that supermoons are used by quote unquote the magicians to lock in a program. Yeah, the people who run the world, right?
Oh.
So they'll seed a reality, and then the supermoon they'll use to lock it in. A good example of this is 1947. Right after Roswell, there was a bunch of supermoons, and that's kind of how things stuck for a long time.
Well, we've been in this constant cascade of supermoons.
Yes.
Mhm.
Like for the past year or so. It's pretty interesting. I think this one's in Capricorn, which is very like earthy and very like pragmatic in the sense of like you're supposed to kind of dispel bullshit and get
It's
to
like It's like Nag Champa.
yeah, exactly. Like Nag Champa.
Bless you.
Yeah. Bless you. They say. Yeah.
Oh, I
She says
appreciate
thank you.
that.
And she appreciates that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't for as woo as I am and the things that I do, astrology is one that I kind of keep close to the chest. Yeah, I don't really fuck with it.
I think I used to have those same headphones.
Oh yeah?
They're like cheap, like $20 ones from like
Sennheiser.
Oh no, those are nice. Those are
Yeah,
Sennheisers.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, never mind.
Those are Mary's.
What? Hi.
Hey, do your headphones.
Hi, Mary.
Trying to see the moon.
They say hi. She's trying to see the moon through the window.
Planking on the edge of the sink.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Just somewhere in between, slitting each other's throats and
Yeah,
making love
are you?
all the
You're
time.
all quarantined too, aren't you? How's quarantine life going?
Keep it edgy.
How many days has it been?
It's good. We just had another mandate in Colorado to keep it until the 30th. It was supposed to be relieved next week.
Yeah.
Everyone's supposed to go back to work next week, but they elongated it to the 30th. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Insanity.
I have
That's
no
what's gonna
idea.
happen.
Yeah.
Insanity's gonna set in.
We're good. It's like
Hell yeah.
it's nothing new. We're both like pretty like frenetic kind of creative type, so we're always kind of doing stuff. So it's been more of a hard time trying to find time for each other.
Right?
You reading any books, Keats?
Yeah. I was actually just flipping through. I was rereading Stephen King's On Writing actually last night. Have you guys read that?
No.
It's a great book.
That's very good.
Yeah. It's a great book. I was just flipping through it and was like, you know what? I'm just going to read this.
Does he bitch about Trump in it?
Oh, you wrote that like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a long time ago. Yeah.
I'd
But-
lost respect for him 25 years ago.
Also, he on Twitter, did you see he made a love in the time of coronavirus joke?
Yeah.
And
What
I
a
was like,
hack.
dude, you're late.
Yeah.
You're late. It doesn't even rhyme. You say corona.
Yeah.
Stephen King shouldn't exist in a universe where you can just like publicly say the things that he says.
So Keats,
I mean-
is his on writing thing? Is it anything more than writers write always?
I mean, yeah, it's a bit. It actually goes into like, it's funny. He's got a lot of permutations on grammar and what to use, and like, don't be a hack. This is how you're a hack, and it's pretty funny. It's really
Yeah.
just like, just be simple, stupid.
Yeah,
Like
it really
it's a
is.
good book. Yeah. But I also just finished yesterday. I don't know if you guys are comic book fans, but I finished Earth X from Marvel Comics, which was
Nope.
Did you finish the New Warriors yet with Safe Space?
God, of course, Jerry's on the New Warriors.
Number 3.
No, and I never
Three in a
will.
row.
Daniel
3
Kibblesmith.
in a row,
I
baby.
never will. Yeah.
I've been trying to buy that fucking thing. You can't find it anywhere.
I think they're going to change it if they're not going to just be completely out of business.
I posted a video link of that dude Kibblesmith. He was apparently
Yeah.
on some Bachelor show.
Yeah, I saw that. Was that the Umbrella guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes. That was hilarious. That he's wincing as he kisses a hot chick. Like,
That was rough. It seemed like it was played up for.
Yeah.
I hope it was played up for stuff, but it's funny to see. He was a like a millionaire, or I guess
Yeah,
like a very
yes.
well-off rich
Yes.
person with
Millionaire.
Groupon.
Comic books?
No,
he was a principal at
from
Groupon.
Groupon. Yeah.
Really?
And
Wait, he's a
then
what?
somehow he stumbled his way into writing comic books, but that just goes to show it's a small club.
He
Yeah, if
owned
you have millions of dollars, you
owned
buy your way
part of-
into it.
He owned part or started Groupon, or was part of the team. that
Oh,
started.
I thought you said something about like RuPaul for some reason.
Oh, I'm sure
That would
RuPaul
be
is in his purview.
I'm sure, yeah, Drag Race was a whole thing.
All right, all right.
You ever read Infinite Jest?
Oh, I mean, yes. I was like all
favorite-
excited, and then was like, all right.
My
Do we
favorite
wanna get
comic
into this?
to date is Kingdom Come.
So Marvel's Earth X is
Yeah.
Alex Ross,
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
the guy that illustrated
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
It's Marvel's Kingdom Come.
Okay. I
It's
gotta
about
read that.
like this dystopian kind of future with the heroes. It's really beautiful. It's a really good book.
So
But yeah, I've compared it. I was like, this is Marvel's Kingdom Come, and Kingdom Come is,
it's great.
it Kingdom went.
Hell
It
yeah.
did. They keep talking about making it into a movie. Like, fuck, do it.
That would be amazing. But
In,
there's no way
uh,
they do that.
In Batman versus Superman, they kind of hinted at it. I forget what scene it was where Superman was older and Batman was like holed up in a trailer.
Oh yeah, you're talking. Yeah, so the like visions or whatever. he had?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie sucked.
It sucks.
So bad. So bad.
It was no Marvel movie, that's for sure.
But I mean, both have their faults. But that one, I think, and I'm not a big Zack Snyder fan. I thought Sucker Punch was like the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. But
yeah,
I did feel that he got shafted when it came to Warner Brothers and Batman v Superman, especially Justice League. So I understand the Snyder cut want, but I'm like, it's probably not going to be that good either.
It's going to look like 300 with superheroes.
Yeah.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, do you know he directed the Dawn of the Dead remake? Which is
Yeah.
actually a pretty good movie.
It was pretty good. And that's an untouchable film in my book. Like, I was surprised how much I liked that movie because the original is just flawless to me.
You want to talk about NPCs showing up at a mall not knowing what to do?
It's like all about consumer culture.
Yeah.
That original 80s film is so good. It's so funny. Like I really do feel it's one of the biggest satires on, consumer culture. Of
I think
course,
what we're
zombies
going through right
it's-
now is the
yeah.
biggest satire in our culture. Like we're
Touche.
literally living in a satire right now.
hoarding toilet paper and
Dude, it's insane.
and pond cleaner or whatever the
Clorox,
the drug is that people are touting as the cure.
My favorite bit
Hydrochloroquine.
so
Yeah,
far
chloroquine.
has been like I still work at a storefront that's still
Mhm.
open, and I've had probably 3 or 4 people go to the door, kind of open it a little way, and just kind of like half step in and look around, and they're like, "Is it okay to come in here?"
Mhm.
It's
And I was
yeah,
like,
man.
"Why would
everybody's
we
scared.
why would we
Yeah.
be open if it wasn't okay for you to come in here? And even if it wasn't okay for you to come in here, you're already mostly in here now.
Right.
So
yeah.
what are you doing? What are you
Just being scared. Everybody's just being
Yeah.
scared. That's what's going
I
on.
don't know what it is like where in the many states that you guys live in, but in Colorado, the governor just issued that, like, mandated that we all wear masks outside.
Oh, you have
And this
to.
is, yeah. And so this is but it's funny. We were out getting some food. You can still get takeout, and
Yeah.
do that sort of thing. And we drove by the Platte River, which is like in Denver. Everyone's out there in fucking short shorts and doing hula hoops and like kissing and hugging. It's like Denver doesn't give a fuck.
No, dude, nobody gives a fuck, man. I was just out in Philly, and like me and Lady Aboshi were walking around this park yesterday. There were tons of people out, people on bikes everywhere, just families. Like it was endless people.
I mean, not that they necessarily.
It's a nice
should.
fucking day, man. It's getting nice. Like people are gonna be
Exactly,
going
yeah.
outside. You can't keep them inside. It's
But
not
it
gonna
is.
happen.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's a little worrisome to hear that New York just hit like 700 some odd deaths today.
You got to watch out for the exponential growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
coming.
also, you know how they're inflating the numbers.
Yeah, dude. I don't. Yeah, the numbers are so fucked right now. Like, who knows how many of those people? And how many strains of this coronavirus is there? Like, they say that there's several different strains. There's all sorts of shit going on. I don't think anybody knows what the fuck's going on, and they're just capitalizing on this to lock us inside and see how far
Jerry,
they can push us.
I was thinking like you might have had it.
I
you
thought
ever
the same
think
thing.
of that?
I have, but I don't think I had it because I didn't have like the dry cough, and
Oh, okay.
I just
But
I
feel
had a
like they
bad
don't have-
cold.
They don't have like a good caliber of symptoms, so
No.
it's
Yeah,
hilarious.
The symptoms
No,
are the
it's
hard
the same
part.
as
Yeah.
same as the flu.
Well,
or just a cold.
Yeah, I've heard having
But sometimes
gay
it's a
thoughts is
dry
also
cough,
symptom.
sometimes it's
Yeah.
not. Sometimes
Start thinking about kissing boys, you got COVID.
Yeah,
This
you
is
got
true.
COVID, 100%. You thinking
Gosh,
about you
shit.
listen to too many podcasts?
Yeah, exactly. Probably.
Grimsey,
got the
podcast.
corona.
Did you give us a rundown of your Philadelphia trip?
No, I have not.
Yeah, please do.
You want to do that or no?
Oh, right
You
now
want me
we
to-
can save it till after. We'll do it after the break. We'll keep people wanting more
Hell yeah.
because
Yeah,
we're still on
folks-
Corona. But we'll save all the. What happened, that guy?
Folks really ought to go and look. Go and look in the Slack. Do a search for COVID story. Look here, all in caps, and you'll find it in the not the Slack, the Discord.
It's the Slack cord.
Yeah, that
Slack
thing.
cord.
Yeah, so there's a story in there, and I was making a mention of this earlier. There was a story that was posted up on Medium, and apparently it was taken down like moments later. But somebody managed to see it and get it archived. So I've got the link to web.archive.org that's up there that talks about it and the mechanisms that people are observing that it uses, and sort of a little bit of the chemistry and some of the way the treatment has been going. It's worth looking at.
Do you think anyone listens to this Cruising with Steak on 1.5 speed or 2.0 speed?
Yeah, I think Lauren. I think Lauren might do
He
it.
does.
Yeah.
I'm still not like there with things. I just discovered this, and everybody's been doing it.
No, dude, don't do it. Don't do it.
I
can't
totally
do it.
listen.
Yeah.
Some stuff I have to listen at
All I'm
2.0.
saying, All my pauses are intentional. I have perfected intentional pauses in my speech, so everything just falls out of whack if you listen to it at fast speeds.
It's
all
did
Suzanne here's planes,
stuff I will
spray,
slow down for people.
stuff, sky.
No, that happens when I go 10 seconds ahead. It's hilarious because you guys, we could totally do a show on what you say every 10 seconds. It's
Probably.
so funny.
I bet.
I was thinking the other day that we should have like a portion of the show where we talk real slow for the 2.0 speed people.
You're listening to Cruising with.
What is that? The old like 2 minutes in a closet or something like that. Like
7 minutes in heaven.
Yeah. Just slow it real down and get all
Get sweaty.
Get all passionate and sweaty.
Yeah.
Hey,
2 minutes in a
thank you
closet.
so
equals an
much
expensive dry
for
cleaning.
tuning in.
Anyone have any
Cruising with
spicy
Stick.
7 minutes in heaven stories they want to share on the air?
I don't know. 2 minutes in the closet kind of seems.
Me and Bill had
more
a 2 minutes in the
interesting.
closet.
When I hear that 7 minutes in heaven, like I just think about all the 7 minutes in heaven that I've seen in movies. I don't ever. I remember there being like one time spin thing in my life, but I just think about the movies.
Spent 7 minutes with way too many chicks.
My dad gave me
Hell yeah,
7 minutes in
James.
hell with
Oh
a
my
bunch of
God.
cigars. You know.
This week on Extra Long Showers.
Oh man, I've burned some many jeans.
So what does that mean?
a little
Some would
Rubbin's
say-
racing, dude. Rubbin's racing.
I would say I'm still there.
You're dry humping?
In the closet.
Hell yeah.
All downhill from here.
Dude, definitely.
I mean,
man.
the entire thing is
fucking
just, it's uphill.
Keith's
It's just-
jacket, I would have felt that shit right off his chest.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm still gonna be there. I'm still gonna be 11 years old in the closet, going, "Where the fuck? Oh, this was a dream."
It's like you rubbed a genie's lamp.
Yeah.
I bought something really cool this week and it came. I'll get it.
You thought of some or bought something?
You bought something.
I bought
Okay.
something.
Oh, he's gonna go
And
get it.
He's
Sorry.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
He's going to get it because we're a visual podcast, so all our listeners will see it too.
He finally replaced the
See.
missing cock ring.
Yeah, there it is.
I bought a couple video games. That's it.
On disc?
No, man. Digital download.
Digital
Yeah,
download.
you can't get physical copies of things.
I don't
that
want
just-
physical copies.
All right,
No
what is it,
more?
Jer?
Jeez.
So
Nah,
I
man,
bought
my
this
kids will
for
wreck them.
Who
home
else's
self-defense.
like bad habits
It's a
have
self-defense tool.
skyrocketed since the
A
quarantine?
slingshot.
Anyone?
Oh, bad
Drinking,
habits skyrocketing? Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes? Like
Oh, dudes.
I-
An
Yeah.
umbrella?
Oh shit! Nope, I know exactly what it is.
Oh,
Drinking celery.
Oh
juice.
yeah, baby.
What?
There you go.
Is that a machete? or
zombie
some
killer.
Sort of sword? Some
It's
sort
a
of sweet ass
machete.
blade?
It's a machete.
Jerry, did you join a gang?
No,
Oh, man. You got to snap a pic and put it in the chats for everyone to
What,
see.
the
this
criminals? Like, jeez.
All right, I'll try.
It looks like he's gonna go. It looks like he's gonna go try to kill the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Dude,
later.
totally. That is absolutely a shredder weapon.
He's ready. He's
100%.
ready for the run through the woods
He
down
goes up to
to,
his
rock
mailbox.
steady.
down to the
That's rock
CDC.
steady right there.
Dude, I'd be his bebop any day.
Jerry's
go
ready for a
Slice
purge.
some
Yeah,
summer sausage.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
he needs some
I think that might be the only thing Jerry's going to use it for. Is summer sausage.
summer sausage.
Oh, with the cheddar. Ritz crackers.
Well, let's think, guys. If everybody runs out of money and they don't just start, like, we're supposed to be getting free money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where's
coming. Yeah.
that money?
What's going to happen? What's going to happen when the
Blowjobs
money
for
runs
ammo.
out?
Free money. That's
Well-
such an oxymoron.
We're all getting free money. Exactly, it is.
I'm telling you. I'm
No
telling you.
strings
where's-
attached.
When's my
Blowjobs
Trump
for
bucks
ammo.
showing up? We're gonna have to pay 80% taxes on Trump bucks.
It's so this whole thing's so weird.
Pictures
It's
in
just
chat.
a giant, like, everyone's just in limbo. It's so fucked up. It's like a wait and see.
I
Who
know,
knows?
but it's so strange for me because I'm still going to work every day.
Yeah,
That's just-
I know. All you
that's the
guys that are
weirdest
still
part.
working,
Yeah,
like,
dude,
what the fuck?
still working every day.
Yeah, I'm still
This is-
fucking.
I'm still
Except for the
working.
last 6
Yeah.
days.
this has been detrimental to the whole freelance economy.
Mhm.
Like now everyone's at home, everyone's at work. It's been rough.
Oh,
like
It's only going to get worse.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they need to open the shit back up. Like let's just.
I
deal
just
with
stopped
it, people.
writing for Screen Rant because I was like, I can't. I'm not even like up on comic books anymore. I don't even think comic books will be a thing for the big two after
knows?
this. Yeah.
Who knows?
After New Warriors.
Oh, you were talking Marvel. I watched the new
Warriors.
Dark Phoenix.
Oh yeah?
Dark Phoenix movie? That was pretty good actually.
You liked it?
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't mind it. I mean, for an X-Men movie,
Are those movies just
I guess you know I
they were. It was a little grittier than most other X-Men movies. It was like.
So I know about all the background shit with that. They had to redo the entire third act because Captain Marvel's third act was like the
same thing.
But I was like, they pulled it off pretty well, I thought, with the train and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, that looks like it was intentional from the get-go. So I think it gets a lot of flack. You know, I think
dude, that train scene was ridiculous. It was fucking awesome.
I think the Fox X-Men shit just, you know, it got weathered. It's like time to move on.
Well, it was kind of cool. Like that kind of seemed like it ended the whole Professor X aspect of it. Yeah, and
oh,
but you know, Marvel's rebooting it. The X-Men.
Well, maybe they'll figure
X-Men movies.
So there's been talk that they're going to bring back the animated series.
Oh, that'd be cool.
No, that'd be awesome.
It's live action.
Oh, like they're like Titans, like their DC stuff.
Yes,
that's really good. Talk about gritty. That shit's real gritty.
Well, I think what the strategy. I think what they're doing is they're going to introduce.
Fuck Batman. Yeah, I'll never forget that, dude. When I watched that first episode, I was like, "Holy shit, Robin is a mean motherfucker, dude." Oh my god. Yeah,
they're bringing back a live. They're going to be it's going to be a Disney Plus, a live action X-Men show where they can introduce each character individually and then make a movie because they actually join the Avengers in the arc.
Well, that's what I was wondering because they're all Marvel. Like, did they ever write them together? I can't remember back from my comic.
Yeah. There's a couple of.
Even recently they had an Avengers versus X-Men like huge. Like
arc.
Huge arc, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Man, someday I'm sure then.
But you're right. It's always been weird. It's gonna be weird that like
or what are the new gods gonna be instead of these goddamn superhero
OG
movies?
Avengers? That's gonna be weird. You know what I mean?
Man.
Like
or comics and anime and movies are done as we know it.
I was a fan of Gambit. I always liked him when I was a kid.
I loved Gambit.
Yeah, he was cool.
Oh, guys,
there's a Gambit.
Can I interrupt real quick?
They're working on a Gambit
in
thing.
Denver at 8:00 every night. The entire city howls.
What?
Yeah, listen.
So
What a
they're
bunch of
howling
freaks.
At the actual moon right now, which is right out of
I
the
can hear it.
But wait, are they doing it to show solidarity against COVID-19?
I mean, they're doing
That's what it
because
sounds like.
everyone's fucking
Well, then they're
crazy bored.
NPCs. Ignore them.
Howling at the moon. That's great.
What a bunch of
You hear
freaks.
that?
I do hear it.
Yeah.
I can hear it. Can you?
Oh.
Oh wow.
No, that's him.
No, that was Keith.
So crazy.
Jesus.
That's pretty sexy.
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fucking dope.
Sona's running around Denver apparently.
I hope no one ever goes back to work ever again. Fuck this shit.
I know, right?
What do you mean?
So
I have to come back to work
ridiculous.
tomorrow.
I don't think we come back from this. Not like we
Yeah,
were.
dude. Like,
Yeah, we'll just grow food in buckets on the
I love
patio.
Yeah.
No, we'll
Just
all
like-
just sell t-shirts
It's
to
like
each other.
Tim Pool, you know,
Yeah.
selling food in buckets.
Jeez,
UBI. What else do you need?
that's madness. Felix,
We
you
should
got a
just all
jam?
sell.
But I love it. I don't know. Like people are fucking bored. You know,
Yeah, dude, people are gonna go insane. They need something.
dying for
Yeah.
it. But I love
People-
it. So there was like a statewide or a Denver citywide mandate. You could see it on Facebook, like all the social media. Howl at the moon tonight at 8 p.m.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah. Roll
like, fuck
call.
yeah, why not? Yeah, roll call. Hey,
People are so bored they might listen to Cruising with Steak.
I mean, it's possible.
Damn.
I mean, it's
I've
very
got to say
unlikely.
this entire live streaming phenomenon, like where we are now, like it's incredible. I'm very
Live streaming's the way to do it, man.
yeah.
We've been doing this for years, dude.
Yeah,
I know,
Kate's,
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
getting in on it now, man.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
I am. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
Second
dude.
Life.
All these Zoom noobs, dude. How about all the Zoom
noobs
Dude, so many
out
Zoom
there?
noobs on with these
Yeah,
all
it's
these.
funny.
Oh god, it's sickening. Like you see, like these people who don't even know how to mic up when they're talking on national TV. They don't know how to use anything.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Fucking streaming the Tonight Show from their phone.
Yeah, dude.
Who's gonna watch that shit?
Horrible, horrible. Not even
Oh my
a
god, I
headset.
saw what's his name? Seth Meyers did it from like a hallway in his house, and it
With a
sounded
webcam
like
from the
worst
90s.
shit I've ever heard.
Oh, and the Cuomo dude, the CNN guy,
Oh god.
Chris Cuomo, he's always down in his basement, like he's just like, you know.
Did you hear that
He's
crazy
doing,
story
at
he
least
told about
Conan's
his
still
brother?
Oh, he's the worst, dude. He is the worst. If you're
You heard
that,
that?
sick, get off the television. Yeah,
Hey guys, I'm okay. It's really
Yeah.
cool that you guys
Feel
all
sorry
care.
for me.
oh, it's so
Send me
alarming
your
when you see an
luge.
X-ray go up. Yeah, like he's he's the worst.
Did you hear the story he told about his brother coming to him in a dream?
I thought it was his
No.
dad. Was it his
No,
dad?
it was, no, it was Andrew in a tutu,
Ugh.
dancing around, twirling like and then that whole nipple ring thing came out about Cuomo.
Yes.
Oh my God.
People were saying it was a Pickle Rick nipple ring.
Yeah.
I heard it was suspenders.
Under his shirt?
Under
Hey, it
his
was
shirt.
Pickle Rick.
That's almost worse. That's worse in every way. Suspenders under his
It was
shirt.
suspending his man
Oh,
boobs.
And yet even more awesome.
Be
Are you guys-
unbelievable.
You guys ready for a song?
Dude, I'm totally ready for a song.
Get in there.
Because I know it.
I was
I'm
thinking
down.
if you guys do know it, maybe by the time the third chorus comes in, we could all sing it together.
Dude, that's gonna break Zoom and come through horribly, but we could
What if we
try.
know? What if we
all
know
the
it before
all the
the
girls,
third?
all the girls in Hero can sing it with me. Yeah,
Yeah, sing it.
sing it. Okay, you'll know it once I get it.
Oh shit.
Steak, 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 steaks, steak.
Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you got guitar? Okay. This is a good song. This song is called
Crash Test Dummies.
Once there was this kid who got into an accident and couldn't come to school. But when he finally came back, his hair had turned from black into bright white. He then said it was from when the cars had crashed so hard. Once there was this girl who wouldn't go to change with the girls in the change room, but when they finally made her, they saw birthmarks all over her body. She couldn't quite explain it. It always just been there.
worse than that. 'Cause then there was a boy whose parents made him come right home directly after school. And when they went to their church, they shook and lurched all over the church floor. He couldn't quite explain it, they'd always just gone there.
Best part.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
Well done.
Hey guys,
Beautiful.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna leave this and join and with my phone and show you the moon.
Oh, sweet.
Hell yeah. Let's see the moon, Keats.
I'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Sweet.
Beautiful. Felix,
that
that
song
was
clip?
great.
Was it
dude, that
clipping
came-
at all?
No, that came through beautiful.
No, it was fun. That was awesome.
Yeah, that came through real good. James with
I've
the
never
essential
heard that
backup
song.
vocals.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
dude.
Crash Test Dummies. Suzanne, so good. That's a
I've never
90s, a
heard
90s
that
classic.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a real weird song.
It was good. I liked it.
I love it.
I
music
could
video-
barely hear myself humming. I didn't even know if
dude,
it
you
came
crushed
across. I don't know.
Crush
yeah.
that hum.
Okay.
Crushed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Wasn't there rumors that guy supposedly had one of his balls removed so that he could sing solo?
I have not had one of my balls removed, and I don't
Sing
sing solo.
solo?
I think that might be true. I'm pretty
So-
sure I heard that rumor
So
too.
very low.
That wasn't me. That was some other guy.
We got some hate mail, you guys.
Not
Oh,
that
shit,
good.
get in there.
We got a little bit of hate mail here. Let's switch over to this.
Execute the baby.
Hell yes. And then we'll do this.
I don't get into Q stuff, but the reality is, we the people woken up. There's been a total shift.
James Cruz and Grimstick. Hey man, a woo. GRIMSTAKN. G man, a woo. James Cruz and Grimstick. Hey man, a woo.
All right. We got one from good old trusty Booty Rooter from the Double Dungeon podcast. Check it out. He says, Dear Grimsteak, I regret to inform you that I can no longer continue listening to Cruising with Steak. Now that I am filing for unemployment, they inquire every pay period that I haven't worked at all in the past week. Your show definitely takes a lot of work to listen to, and I must stop as to not to jeopardize my filings. Regretfully yours, Rafi. Well, sorry about that, Booty Rooter. I think this may be the fourth hate mail where he's said that he has to stop listening to Cruising with Steak. And I appreciate
always say that.
So pro tip: listening to Cruising with Steak qualifies as an art project, and you may qualify for an NEA grant.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
Nailed it. Look at that moon.
Check that
Keats.
out.
Jeez.
That's pretty.
Pin that.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Pin that moon. I'm going to print that screen.
That's
Oh,
awesome,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's a good moon.
Dude, I don't know about you guys, but it was freaking warm today here. It was
Dude,
like
it was
almost
like
70.
80 degrees when I landed in
Yeah.
Chicago.
It's humid.
It's insane.
Crazy. Like,
Dude,
so,
yesterday
yeah, a lot
it
more
was like-
people were out. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's
for
like
Dual
almost
Mac, it was
70.
like 25 in North Idaho.
Did it look okay? I couldn't see what.
Oh, dude, it looks really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
man,
that's cool.
It's
Yeah.
a good moon.
That
It's a good
shit's
moon.
lit up. It's lit.
Yeah, pretty huge. Damn.
Huge.
Yeah, it definitely is huge.
It's the best moon.
Mm-hmm. It is the best moon. It's a good moon.
It's a good moon, mile higher. You know,
Yeah.
closer to the moon.
Let me switch this. Is that on the
It's
right
science.
The greatest
It's all
moon.
science, man. Pretty much all it is just
Scientism.
science. So yeah, one hate mail tonight, guys. That was it. So if you want to send hate mail,
We're just straight chill.
grimsteak@gmail.com. Send us some hate mail, please. And oh shit, we didn't put a Patreon episode out this week.
Yep, well, we can do that.
Yeah, we got to get that going. I was fucking gone.
In some Shonen Dump action.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the Shonen Dump was supposed to happen too. There's a lot of
That's
things. Hell yeah. But Junie Tyson, that'll be the next one. Maybe we'll record that on Thursday. Maybe we can get that going.
Are we going to do some premiums or something? Like I can make some stuff on the 3D printer to send to people who donate.
Ooh.
That guy,
Whoa.
you just do what you do, man. Like, I've
about
always let's do it.
How about butt plugs for the Patreon so that they can
The baby Jesus butt plug?
They can avoid the new toilet anal recognition software.
I saw that. I totally saw that. There's a camera
Anal recognition.
camera in the toilet seat that will take pictures of your butt, and then
It's a smear campaign.
yeah, totally. I see what you did
Smear
there.
campaign. That's
Well done.
That's good. That's good.
Savage
Well
puns.
played, James Cruz.
right, this-
Average pun, yeah. I did see a
This
funny
just
thing
in.
on Twitter. Greg Newkirk posted a thing. They got a bidet in his place, and he turns it on, and it shoots across his entire fucking bathroom. It just soaks the wall, dude. I'm like, dude, how? I don't know.
He ought to at least point it at the bathtub or something.
We
Dude,
got a handheld buffet. Almost said buffet.
we got a handheld buffet. It's awesome.
A handheld buffet is called a sandwich.
looks like a
Pretty sure that's
friggin'
not what
dental.
was
It's
in
called
the
a
bathroom.
sandwich.
It looks like the drill that the
A
dentist.
drill?
I guess.
This is a drill. This is a drill.
Breaking news: John Prine is dead from coronavirus.
Who's John
Wait,
Bryan?
what?
Yeah,
Who's that?
No.
yeah. 73.
All right, it just became real to me, guys. We're all gonna die.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Not John Prine. Oh,
I
that's,
know. He was really good.
that's heartbreaking.
Is this
Yeah,
the 30 year
that's-
I mean, he was pushing it. I'm surprised it lasted this long.
I mean,
honestly,
he was
but-
on the heels of previous hospitalizations for heart issues, so surely it was coronavirus.
Yeah,
that killed him.
absolutely. It
We're
was
all gonna die. That's
coronavirus
it.
that got him.
John Prine's gone. We're all gonna die.
Yep, 73-year-old man with heart issues.
I know.
That's my barometer. A talented one? We're gonna die.
Yes.
The ones with talent.
He makes things sound good.
That's a bummer, Suzanne. Thank you for
I
letting us know.
know.
Doesn't he have a song like
welcome.
"We're all gonna die"? Or he dies. He dies in one of his songs and goes
Hey,
to heaven.
wait a minute. Whoa. We've gone over an hour and nobody's told me where Oprah is.
Oh my god, that is so true.
Oh my god!
I heard
Where's
someone
Oprah?
say
We need to
that
find out.
Where's
I heard
Ellen at?
someone-
Where's Tom Hanks?
Wait.
What are they doing?
they're back.
You know
I
what?
heard someone today say that Oprah
Oh.
was like a secret agent and infiltrated the adrenochrome.
I think Ellen
child
is a secret
trafficking.
agent, honestly.
Oh, she 100% is. Totally.
Oh,
Saw Rita
she's kind of
Wilson.
the worst.
Hey,
Yeah.
Saw Rita
Cassandra's here.
Wilson.
Hey, Cassandra.
Hey, Cassandra.
Hi, Cassandra.
Welcome to
Classic Cruising with
Crazyville.
Steak.
We can't.
Cruising with
We
Steak
can't.
moment.
Crazy
hear her.
time.
Typical.
Typical cruising with
Cassandra,
steak.
who's the moon?
She's,
Okay, I got it. How's it
Hell
going?
yeah.
Hey, you got it.
It goes. Give us that Chicago report.
You can just
Not
go
much
in.
going on here. Same old, same old.
Exactly. It's the same shit.
Keats, mute. We don't want to hear you talking to Mary.
Oh, sorry about that.
But it's a pandemic.
It's a
Aren't people
pandemic.
losing their minds.
Are the hospitals overcrowded and overflowing with coughing and
Doesn't
ventilators?
seem like it.
Yeah. Are you convinced this is a scam yet?
Me. No, not yet.
Do you know anyone who's sick?
Like
questionable. I know some people who are like sick but haven't been tested.
So they think they have it.
Yeah, but don't have it. Like if you're under like a certain age, they won't even like test you.
They don't have a test. There's no test for it anyway. I mean,
I heard about that. There was a couple of my coworkers that tried to go get tested, and they were like, "Nope, not a high risk age. Sorry."
What?
So
Yeah.
they're trying to.
then
They're
they
like.
won't test you.
They're like
That's because
looking.
they only
for
want they
something.
only want the deaths. They
What are
want
they
the
looking for?
reported
Well, and then
deaths.
what? If you're 80, they won't give you a ventilator?
Well, the ventilator shit I
Yeah,
heard is
they're like-
fucking them up so bad. Like, there's so much pressure in the ventilators that it's just destroying the lungs, apparently. Like, something's crazy with the ventilators that I heard is not good.
So there was this doctor. This doctor put out a YouTube video about how he works in the ER, and he's saying that what's happening to these people is that it's like they're in an airplane with no pressurization, so they can't get any oxygen to their lungs, and using a ventilator on someone with that condition will kill them. Because what they need is oxygen therapy, not ventilation.
Yeah.
So, but I think he's part of the narrative. I really do. Because
Yeah,
he just
due
brought
to
in
his
another
body
level of
language.
confusion. He brought in this whole level
Yeah,
of
that
like
is
it's
true.
not COVID-19. There's something else going on. Oh, geez. Let's make it even more confusing.
Yeah. And let's hear what this guy has to say next. You know what I mean?
That's all.
And then because he's a doctor, everyone takes him seriously.
I just eye roll and try to just not even think about it unless it's
pretty much all you
brought
can
up. But it's hard, you know. Like I'll grab a door to like a gas station or something with my sleeve.
Yep.
It's like, and then if I'm walking next to some guy at work, we both kind of just keep our space without even like thinking about it. It's like so.
That's so weird.
That's the uncertainty of it. We don't know. So it's
I know that's what's so fucking weird about it is I think that if they wanted to do anything, like this was a pretty good move because it's got everybody just like, whoa, what? I don't know everybody's got their hands up. Like nobody really knows what the fuck's going on. Like we can speculate and we can connect, like some dots from where it came from, but we don't know how serious.
We don't know what's happening.
That's exactly
we
it.
don't know.
No idea.
I will say this though, like as someone who has been way since before this, been the person who like I don't like touching the inside of bathroom door, public door, bathroom handles without like a paper towel or something like that. Like let's not sit here and say that there isn't some like very basic things that people probably could do to get sick less often, but like there's a line that needs to be drawn. Like hand sanitizing your fucking steering wheel every 10 minutes when you're in the car is actual insanity. That's not like doing anyone any good. Like wearing a fucking handkerchief so that you can apparently like give cover to all the Antifa guys that must be out there because you just want to wear a fucking handkerchief over your face. Like that doesn't do anything for anyone except for make you look like a fucking weirdo.
It really looks like you're joining the team. You're on team extra careful. You know what I mean?
Sorry, but I've been wearing
team NPC.
bandanas like a bandit for years.
Yeah, and that's
I
fine.
feel like they're one of us.
It's almost like some kind of virus virtue signal thing.
In a way, like there was one guy at work that was wearing one. There's only been one guy where I work, and I work with about 25 people right now.
When I went to the Kroger and saw people with the mask, it was funny because look at that one person with a mask. Now like half the people have masks and gloves.
Most people wear masks. Yeah.
And then on the produce, achoo! Oh shit.
My mom works in healthcare, not in a hospital, in like a rehabilitation center, and her office gave her staff basically one reusable mask a week because they didn't have, and they're just like giving it to her, and she told me that. I was like, what are they like? Why even? And they expect them to be wearing it, and it's like, but that is actually worse than not wearing one.
Exactly.
Like if you're gonna give healthcare people one reusable mask, it's only supposed to be used like once every hour. What do they have? Like a 10-minute to an hour long, approximately, like use if they're reusable on
In an
average.
ICU, they probably change every patient.
Right.
If
So,
they can, yeah, and also
yeah.
like all the germs just on it.
Well, that's the thing.
Real
They were,
scary,
if you had
yeah.
all these COVID patients in one area, they wouldn't have to keep changing all their gear constantly, going in and out of rooms.
That doesn't. I mean, just in general, like
Yeah.
the amount of masks you need to actually make a difference in your interaction with someone is not at the level that anyone is willing to do. Like one of my coworkers, his wife is pregnant and she's like falling into the fear trap because she's pregnant and she wants to make sure she has a baby. And so he like my coworker came into work the other day. He's like, my wife wants me to start wearing a mask at home. And I was just like, what do you mean? Like,
At
have
home?
you explained? Yeah. I was like, have you explained to her like what masks, like what you would need to do in order to accomplish that? And he said he looked it up and he was like, yeah, I'd pretty much have to wear like, he'd be going through
A
about
hazmat
8 to
suit.
10 8 to 10 masks a day of like actually doing it the right way if there was any way for it to be right. And it was just like, even he was just kind of like, he was starting to kind of see like, okay, yeah, this is insane. Like it's not possible.
Say, look, you're in an enclosed space with a ventilation system that's recirculating the air, and you sleep in the same bed.
Yeah.
It's just pure.
You know, if he
insanity.
gets it, you're getting it.
What I want to know is
Right.
like, when are they going to start testing people for like the antibodies? Because you know how many people have already had it and gotten over it.
Whoa. Do you know what's more important than that?
Talk
When
to
are
me,
they going to
Suzanne.
start pulling people out of their houses because
Oh,
they want to
shit.
see who's sick and who isn't,
Yeah.
and they want to cart off the sick people? That's
think
what
that's
the
gonna
WHO
happen?
said. Fuck yeah,
Oh,
that's what
fuck.
the dude on the WHO said.
Fuck the WHO.
said they're
Dr.
gonna-
Tedros,
Pete
Dr.
Townsend?
Tedros, the
John
Ethiopian,
The blonde dude.
Pete down.
Ethiopian warlord.
Yeah, no
Yeah, we're
kidding.
talking about the
Roger.
yeah, Roger Daltrey. Yeah, Keith Booth.
Daltrey, that's who it is.
They're just pulling people out of the house. Generation the whole time.
Tedros.
Just don't look at Pete Townsend's internet searches. Do you hear about that?
No, I haven't. What's
It's a
this
deep
about?
cut.
But
Hell
it
yeah.
sounds like
Let's hear about
he's
this deep cut.
sounds like he
Sounds
might
like he
have
was
done
doing a
some
study on pedophiles.
Might have
on
spent
pizza
spent some
and
time in
walnut.
Japan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Spend some time in Japan.
Might have
Buying
spent
some
some
walnuts
time
on the
in
No,
Japan.
not Japan, Thailand.
I like Japan.
Thailand's where you get the kids and the trannies.
Oh, that's right.
Lady boys.
Lady boys.
The lady
Sorry.
boys, Jerry. Let's get it
Spent
straight.
some time in Missouri. You know what I'm saying?
Not many Thai lady boys there in Missouri.
Missouri lady boys. Get out of here.
Missouri
I don't want
lady
anything
Dot
to do
com.
with that.
I'm gonna buy that. And
In high school, he
It was a mistake.
Missouri
I had a
lady
friend who
boys.
moved to my hometown when I was growing
I think
up.
that's
When I was
show
in high
title.
school.
Guys, that's show title. Missouri Lady Boys. Totally.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's totally show
MLB
title.
for short.
Is it Lady Boys?
Shittiest
Is it,
airport I've ever been to.
is it
St.
going to
Louis.
be BOY or BOIS?
Yeah, I mean,
BOYZ.
I think we need to go
Oh, that's
BOIS.
better.
Lady Boys. Jeez.
Anyway, Pete Townsend was telling people that he's gonna start pulling people out of their homes, and
Yeah,
what
he
you're
was saying, yep.
And wanking them.
Because they have to find out who is infected and take them away. That's
Just
what he
like I
said.
promised, right?
That's insane.
Yeah, just like you promised.
Take them away.
Take them away. Yep.
Did he? He literally went on record. It's like I'm gonna go.
He
to your
literally
house.
said, yes, we have to go house to house and pull out the sick people because it's in the families now, he's saying.
This is insane. This is
I
insanity.
know.
And what I love now is how they're talking about you could be you could be asymptomatic or no symptoms and still be a carrier.
Super
so it's
spreader,
like
yeah.
they're
Townsend
it's
could
a
be the
super
new
spreader.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Savile. You know.
Did you say something about Jimmy Savile? What just happened there?
Pete Townsend.
Super spreader, dude.
So wait, Cassandra, what else is happening up there? Anything?
Not really. I saw today that like Paris banned all outdoor exercising, I feel like Chicago's about to do something like that.
So are you working?
They like hate people outside. No. I got fired from unemployed. So you know.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the thing in Paris is probably also to get rid of the yellow vests.
Probably.
Yellow. Oh, those dudes.
Yeah.
They still out. I'm sure
Oh,
they
yeah.
are, right?
Oh yeah.
No more
I don't know. We have a
exercising
lot
in
of cops here because like all the public parks and trails and everything are closed. So you're not like the
Yeah, they
cops
closed
will,
ours down too.
Kick you out.
They close all that shit down in your cities?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't even do that shit.
I mean, they tried.
Yeah, I guess, right? Yeah, like then they'll probably that's when they'll bust out their drones and they'll start flying drones in on you and shit.
I might just close down my body and just never touch myself ever again.
No, everyone, no fap.
No fap.
Get the chastity belt.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so Denver's like they don't give fucks, man. Here, everyone's been walking around. I actually saw a couple of blowjobs and hand skis.
Oh yeah,
alley behind her. It's just what it is. It's usual.
Denver sounds awesome.
You know what nobody's talking about?
God, who knows?
What if Hillary Clinton was president during all of this?
Dude, we'd all be safe. We'd all be immortal. We'd get the immortal pill.
Iron Lady.
Deaths would be zero.
Or it never would have happened.
True.
There would have been none of this.
She would have let it
Well,
all
her
happen.
and Nancy wouldn't have had to do this pandemic in order to get Trump out of
Suzanne,
office.
did you just say pandemic?
Pandemic?
Oh man, that was good.
That broke my brain. That was
Pandemic.
awesome. Pandemic.
Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Nicely done. Hey, free healthcare sounds pretty good right about now, huh?
Oh, I think they're going to nationalize the healthcare system.
Oh, we're getting everything. Everything's gonna be
That's
free.
what I think.
The world's gonna burn.
Yeah, it's all free, Grim.
The world's gonna burn, but we get everything free. Americans are the gods. it's natural. The natural.
This is
order.
smacking us with
Missouri
like when I was,
ladyboys are gonna be so cheap. You just buy them.
Missouri ladyboys.
Missouri ladyboys.
This is just like my freshman year of college when I was going around and being like, "Oh, I got a free T-shirt. Oh, I got a free hat." And I was like, "Motherfucker, that shit ain't free. Like you paid out-of-state tuition for this shit."
Yeah.
Or you signed up for a credit card.
Yeah. No, I registered to vote during a tailgate. That was pretty fun. I didn't vote.
Was that 2004?
That was 2008. I didn't vote anyway, but I registered to vote because I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Appreciate.
I was too young to vote.
How many times do you get jury duty for registering to vote?
They have to. They're gonna scare some kid to death in some dorm in Norman, Oklahoma, when they bash down the door and demand he goes to jury duty, because that's the last place I've been registered to vote since 2008.
You're not in Oklahoma no more?
Terrifying.
No.
That's terrifying. You just damned a kid.
Dude,
Yes.
nobody's bashing down any doors to get anybody to go to jury
What
duty.
if I was
promise you
coming?
that.
What if I got
be a
called
part
for
of this
jury
jury.
duty for the Tiger King trial?
Yeah,
That
I was
be
just
awesome.
thinking. You lived in Oklahoma. Did you ever go to the
Damn.
park?
Yeah, that's true. You fucked
I remember
up, man.
seeing his billboards on the way up
Oh,
there.
no way.
Yeah, very, very close connection I have with Tiger King.
Do you guys remember the Simpsons episode where Homer's on jury duty and he's got the glasses that have the eyes, the fake eyes on him, so it looks like he's not sleeping?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that one.
takes off the glasses. And then he has to take off like 3 other pairs. And then he uses it on Marge when she was talking to him at the end of the night. And
Classic Simpsons.
Yep.
What a scam they got put all on Disney Plus, you know?
Yeah, that is true.
isn't the aspect ratio all goofy on that?
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
it's
that's
all
correct.
fucked up. It's pan and scan, just
Yes,
like the old
I was
shitty
just gonna say
fucking.
that they did that. The pan and scan shit. They fucking cropped out important jokes,
Garbage.
like from the actual aspect ratio. Like, why? Why would you do that?
What's pan and scan?
Pan and scan is it's for the old VHS distribution. So the widescreen ratio didn't work, right? When you saw films in theaters back in the day, and our TVs were a very smaller ratio. So what they would do was they would go after the movie had been put out and released in theaters. Editors would go in and literally pan and scan like to the most important parts of the screen, and it always depleted the video. Yeah, or the film.
Weird.
Yeah, super strange.
Shit from back in the day. A lot of stuff that was shot originally widescreen is mostly pan scanned or just cropped to TV fit, like old DVDs and stuff have that.
Okay, cool.
And now we're all like, we live in this world where widescreen ratio is kind of normal.
Yeah, you
remember,
can't get
it was all
regular
squares. Now it's rectangles.
Boyfriends most of my life. I currently got legally married. Thank God, it's finally legal in America. I've had some kinky sex. I have tried drugs through the younger years of my life. I am broke as shit. I have a judgment against me from some bitch down there in Florida.
Joe Exotic.
Can we talk about this for a second? Because like it broke my heart, the whole Travis arc.
Oh, can you? I know, dude. Oh my god.
And like they showed the video. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really intense.
Someone
That
get
was
eat by a
the thing
tiger or
that broke
something?
my heart, you know. The
No,
whole
no one
pay
got
for
eat by a
gay
tiger.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Here I go
Yeah.
on a rant about how this whole thing's a mind virus last week, and here you guys are just sucked into it. Just sucked in.
Cool cats and kittens.
There's
It's
some
Harold
real
White Cat
this-
Rescue.
It's like it's a train wreck. You cannot stop watching it. 'Cause I want to know what happens, basically.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Like that Travis thing came later. I was like, all right, I get it. And then
Yeah.
all that shit happened. It broke my heart. It was like, yeah, it's just it's super rough, especially when they show the video of the guy's reaction.
Dude.
Yeah.
He's sitting right across from it. Yeah.
It's insane.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And
You guys are doing spoilers.
Also, that guy was the best part of the entire documentary.
Which one? The
Travis?
The Walmart, no, the
Oh.
Walmart guy they
Yeah.
found that ended up running his campaign.
Yes.
Most
Yeah.
level-headed, or
Yeah. I'm a
him-
libertarian, so fuck the government.
him, or the lady that we watch get her arm fucking ripped off by a tiger.
I know.
And she is the coolest fucking human being about it.
Yeah.
And
In
she
the
goes back to
history
work
of
Like
the
it's a
world. And she
tiger.
goes back to work. Yeah. Like, no, it
This is
showed
why
some
middle
true
America
heroes.
is the greatest place in the world. This is why the
And
Midwest.
neither the two dudes he married turned out to be gay. They weren't gay.
I know. How
Well,
did
that's
that
what I
even
was
happen?
saying. Yeah.
Because meth is a
Meth
hell
is
of
a
a
hell of a
drug.
drug. Oh!
Jinx. Wait, that's Clown World. Sorry.
I love the
Got
real.
that clown world ready to go.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's some good shit.
Hell yeah.
That was his OnlyFans account going off.
Well, I guess they're adding another episode. Jeff Lowe's filming an episode.
Somebody donated to Jerry.
My love sense just went off in my pants.
Vibrating.
Well, the guy that's
And
doing
we
it
should
that's
mention that these are spoilers.
Sorry.
hosting- I mean,
Yeah, I'm getting off here so I don't hear the spoilers.
but it's also history.
Yeah, this shit already happened.
Yeah, it's publicized. It's a thing.
Definitely.
It's,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah,
it was
the point
released during
is-
a pandemic. Everybody should have watched it who wants to watch it by now.
Someone at
point
work
is-
recommended it to me. He's like, I told him exactly why I didn't want to watch it. He's like, it's nothing like that. Just watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I trust him. So yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Well, I remember, funny enough, like his introduction to me was on that John Oliver show when he
yeah.
when he
Oh, yeah,
made a
yeah,
joke
yeah.
about like random candidates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was back in 2016.
Yeah,
right.
back in 2016. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, oh, I know this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little did we know, we didn't know this guy.
No.
Very true.
I
But
still
the
have 2
point
episodes
is-
left. Don't ruin it for me.
Imagine if Hillary was in charge of all of this. Well, we would be
Everything
doing
would be
right
perfect, man. The world would be
There's a-
perfect.
Joe
There's a-
Exotic would
there's-
be governor of New America.
There's a narrative out there that a lot of people involved with the Democratic committee are involved in pushing the newspaper headlines around.
What do you
I
mean
mean,
by that?
Hold on. Pushing them
There are
around?
people
What do you
who
mean?
people who are associated with the DCCC have been, like in social media, pushing, retweeting headlines or posting it on Facebook and getting lots of that shit viral.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if that narrative is true, then if Hillary was president, none of this would have happened because it's designed to get Trump out of office. That's possibly what's going on. The impeachment
And to
didn't
bring
work.
in the new currency stuff.
Russia didn't work.
Bail out the
I think that's
banks.
just a side, like never let a crisis go to waste. It's used by both sides. It's not just, the left.
Like it's unfair, right? Like it could,
Yeah.
Yes.
it could make.
I mean, everything seems to be like
Trump-
the new 9/11 with all the new shit getting slid under with the
Yeah.
new bills.
Yeah. Trump fucking signed some big fucking 5G, 6G bill.
Uh-huh.
6G.
Yeah.
Did you say 6G, Jared?
And 7G
6G.
and 6 and 7G. Yeah. No lie. Go look it up. March 24th, he signed it.
And also Blade Runner. Blade Runner is reality, and that's coming in.
Just keep everything.
Have you
Blade
guys been
Runner?
watching
Oh, sweet.
Oh, wait, that was
Adrenochrome
2019.
softies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Westworld? Yes, no. Have any?
Oh
have you
shit!
guys
I
been
gotta
watching
see that
Nope.
still. Yeah.
No,
Okay.
Never watched it.
It's kind of lame. It's kind of
You think it's
lame.
kind of late? Well, I think the last one kind of made me want to watch the next one, but every other episode, I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil anything, but I was like, yeah, I was
Wow.
like, ugh.
I'm pretty
But that's kind
convinced.
of how that show is. It starts
Yeah.
off kind of like
I'm
it's
totally going to lay a spoiler out here. I'm totally convinced that the guy Sirac
Mhm.
is virtual only. He is like the personification of that.
We teased this on the
that
last
big
episode.
I
AI.
think he is
Did
too.
I?
I think he is too. Yeah, that's a great theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was
Very
all
well-
previously teased
Well,
by
it's
myself.
It's re-teased. Touch yourself again, bitch.
It's true.
Wait, you teased it? You teased it?
Yeah, I teased it.
I
Had
thought
a
you
big
just.
tease.
But there was one part
I
that made
didn't
me
hear
think
that.
he possibly
It's
could
okay.
but I don't know.
We just
Could
teasing
be
everything out here.
Pretty much cell phones to track you in live time to enforce social
There he is.
distancing.
There he is. I was wondering when
How
he'd
about
show
the
up.
fact that you don't have to press the button to cross the street anymore?
Oh, huge.
That's
scam.
complete mind control. Yeah, don't worry, it'll do it automatically, which makes sense. Like it goes with the lights, so it's
Yeah.
like
It does
why?
go with
It does.
the light.
So that is literally
I
just.
don't know why they
mind
put
control.
buttons there to
But are
begin
they-
with.
It's to fuck with our heads.
What about when
man.
they talk through it?
Yes,
Have you seen those
for blind
I've been
people.
around those. Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen those.
weird.
No, where they actually like say, "Hey, you in the glasses with the green
Oh.
shirt on."
Now that would
like,
be
That's
it's like a
crazy.
joke.
I haven't seen.
Are you sure
that.
that's not just you on too many
Hey.
vape pens, or like
No.
do they look
Hey,
like
lay
Lego
off.
people?
It'll be
Lego
Jones in here now. I got,
people.
I got 3 empty cartridges now. Son of a bitch.
Hell yeah, James.
Ooh,
Time to get 4 empty
James.
cartridges.
I'm running out.
Sweet Odin's Raven.
Wait, so how was Philly?
Philly was amazing. The flight, like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show or pre-show, but everybody should fly right now. It's amazing. Like I went to Midway, TSA, they didn't even make me do the body scanner. It was just straight up go through a metal detector. Not even a problem. Nobody really gave a shit. Had like 7 people on this big ass plane to myself.
Jesus.
And yeah, dude, Philly was just great. Lady Eboshi's awesome, and it just sucked leaving. And just
Yeah.
just really
Why
sucks
don't you
leaving.
two just get married and get
This
over
marriage is for fags, Jer. I'm not gonna
Well,
get
move in
married.
together then.
I'm
Whatever.
gay as fuck, dude, for sure.
Yeah, so that's yeah.
But
That's
the
the
real,
plan.
what was it? Did you actually end up walking around the city at all, or are they just like,
No,
are
just
you
like a
not
little
allowed,
bit, just
or-
like around her neighborhood and shit. But yeah, dude, she lives by this huge fucking park in Philly. So we just went through all these trails, and there's like mountain bike trails and crazy ass
Mhm.
shit. So it was just awesome. It's just awesome.
any
being out
any
there.
hidden history?
Did you ride on
Good
the
symbols?
back of
No.
her bike?
No, dude.
ride on the pegs?
Did you ride on her
she
pegs?
puts the
Yeah.
pop can pegs on. Hop on, Grim. Let's do this shit, dude. I totally would. That'd be awesome. No, yeah, dude. It was
Pegs on a
it was
mountain
That
bike
would
would be
fucking
amazing.
awesome. You're a
Pegs
ride
on a
the back
mountain
of the
bike. Just with these huge ass
Should put him in her
rocks,
front
just
basket.
die.
Yeah, he could
die
ride in the
so
front like
fast.
those new kids. Those new kid They used to have them on the back, but now they make this cool little contraption you put on your handlebars, and you strap your kid on that part, which is crazy. But it almost makes more sense.
That seems
than
way more
having them on the
deadly
back.
to the child.
Yeah. Just doing
I feel like you're gonna go over the nose of your bike.
Yeah,
a
like
lot
endo,
sooner.
you know?
Yeah, you're gonna endo. You could just do an endo with your kid on the bike.
most of the time endos occur when you get when you want to ramp up the speed. So you start, what happens is you stand up on your bike and then you go right over them fucking handlebars. Most of the time it's usually because you forget you have like a sweatshirt on or something, and that sleeve gets stuck in that front wheel, dude. When you stand up, boom. I've had like
James
4 or
has
5
been through
friends
this.
that I've had like 4 or 5 friends that ate it because of them sweaters. That's why I never wore one when riding a bike.
James
So
is gonna
Grim-
be doing like nose manuals and stoppies with his kid on the front of his
Hell yeah,
handlebar.
you gotta teach him young, dude. No fear, dude.
Just trying to be
no fear. That was a good one.
What was the bike guy's name? Dave Mira. This is
Yeah.
some Dave Mira shit.
Poor Dave Mira.
But Grim, like, enlighten us into like traversing different states during this time. What's
Easy
the
breezy,
difference
man.
with like Philly?
Everybody's fine in Philly. Like, it's basically normal. Nothing's open, but you could get anything delivered. Like, everybody's out. There's no
Sure.
no
No
problems
airport
at all.
restaurants are open?
No, dude, no airport restaurants are open. I mean, like, Dunkin's open and, like the little shops, but
Are they cheaper?
I don't know. I didn't go, but everybody looked bored as fuck. Like, literally, everybody was just laying around on their phones, like, sleeping in the airport. Every single employee, nobody gave a fuck about anything. It was,
Nothing going on.
No, dude,
Yeah.
there's no test kits. Nobody's giving you tests when you get off the plane, so whoever's saying that shit. At least in
Maybe
Chicago
that's
or
because you're not
Philadelphia.
coming in from a different country.
Maybe, man. Yeah, I don't know.
That's all
But it
that
seems
is.
silly.
Yeah.
I think it's so strange how it's like state by state.
Yeah.
It's just like,
we were supposed to be in Florida
gonna go
right
one
now
way or the
for
other,
spring break,
you know?
and they don't even offer the plane. They canceled the entire flight in general. Like that.
Oh yeah,
same
flights to Florida
Frontier
are
flights.
they're
They don't
jacked
even
right now.
exist.
They are on the list to Florida. Yeah,
Yep.
Florida's on a list for sure.
So that's the thing. Like
But,
that's awesome. At least you can get to Philly, right?
Yeah,
so I
man.
mean, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Beats
surprising. It's
driving, dude, for sure.
It's not federal yet. I mean, it's
Yeah.
close to being a federal
Oh, that's
mandate.
good. That's
so
good.
I was wondering what, like, the airport systems would be like, and it sounds like this is the time to fly.
Dude, 100%. 100% it is. Dude, get cheap tickets, get on a plane, and just take off. Fuck it.
Yeah, you might not be able to get back.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't think
Go to
that's
Hawaii.
gonna happen. I think
Yeah,
there's a lot
end
of
up in
fear.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
Hawaii. Yeah.
There's just
So,
a lot of fear right
did
now.
Did you buy your tickets before?
Dude, I bought
ahead
my
of
tickets
time?
before all this shit happened, but I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. I could still get the tickets. Like,
Well, I'm
you could still
wondering
get
if
tickets. Yeah.
you could just get them for
Keats, mute.
insanely cheaper.
No, you're talking.
No, yeah.
Thanks, Jerry.
I keep hearing Mary. Your Mary was louder than you.
No, man. Yeah,
Impossible.
You can get really cheap tickets right now and fly anywhere you want, probably except Florida or New York, but anywhere
Or
else.
Canada.
Or Canada.
Or Mexico.
Yeah, probably Mexico. Or maybe Europe. You can't go there. Or maybe Japan.
Yeah, dude, it's over.
Or California. I don't think you can
Dude,
California either.
is this the time for the Shonen Dump trip to Japan, dude? I bet flights are
Ooh, this
cheap.
would be the cheap
100%
flight,
it
right?
is. 100%. Let's do it. Yes.
Dude, I could not make it.
Dude, Watcher has an uncle.
Let's go to the epicenter of hell.
Dude, Watcher. No, dude, Japan isn't the epicenter. Japan's got it under control.
Yeah, dude, Japan's fine.
I'll believe
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Dude, they already
man.
social distance anyway. It's
Yeah.
like part of their culture.
I feel like this trip didn't affect, or like the whole everything, because I work with the public every single day, so it's like it doesn't. I haven't even registered that we're in a pandemic because my life hasn't changed really at all this entire time, because I didn't go out to bars, I didn't do fucking shit, so like it doesn't affect me. Like it's a weird thing.
One thing I will say, if this is like, I like this because a lot of what I don't like about this society is, and part of the reason I moved away from a big city was I just got so fucking sick and tired of, like, if you don't want to go out and drink or spend a lot of money, like, what are you going to go do? You're going to go to a fucking store. You're going to go shopping.
Yeah.
You're going to go like spend money on dinner Like you're just gonna go somewhere and like do something you probably like doesn't really give you much fulfillment at the end of the day. And like this, now that all this shit is, I mean, yeah, people can still buy shit online, so I mean that hasn't really gone away. But it's just like that it got rid of that like urge to like want to fill your time with things that are
embrace
like not
the
really
introvert. You just embrace the
or,
introvert.
yeah, but I mean, just like go outside, like go to a park, like go ride your bike,
Wow.
like go hang out with people outside. Like you're not gonna go meet up at a fucking place and go get brunch and just go get day drunk, which is good in its own right sometimes. But at the same time, it's like I feel like there's people you're sharing. It's a little bit more intimate when you're not like involved with just like fucking consumerism just constantly. And it's kind of nice that people are like, I wonder if this whole thing is going to make people like rethink a lot of those choices that they make. Like,
well, there's a lot of
maybe
people.
we don't have to go to the movies. Like maybe we could just like go and hang out at a park somewhere.
But there's a lot of people that I feel right now they won't even go and meet with somebody to hang out with them.
Yeah, no, there's those people
There's
too.
there's that whole fraction of society that is just so insane. Oh, one thing, this is a crazy dystopia in Philly. There's rainbows. People are painting like rainbows in some kind of weird solidarity all over windows. And
Really?
it's like, yeah, dude, it's something that like you're gonna, it's a post-apocalyptic scene that you see where all the houses are destroyed, but some have rainbows on them, and it's weird. It's a very weird thing.
A few days into this whole thing, like a month ago, like I think one of the families across the street or something, like they went around and like some of the families around here, that ones that basically just around like 4 or 5 houses, they made signs and put them in their yards, and like kids made them and stuff. It was like, your smile makes the world better. Like it's like all these different little sayings that these kids made, and they stuck them all in our yards, and then the kids would go around and they would trade off with the signs. Like it was kind of weird, but it's kind of cute. So I get where you're coming from. Yeah, you see like all this weird stuff, and then happy little clouds. I was watching Bob Ross on it's on Netflix, dude.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, it's so good. Take
like
a couple rips, turn that on, you'll be good to go. That's like a nightlight. Yeah. The first episode on there, it's called Chill with Bob Ross, and the first episode, he's like, "Hey, I got a couple of my little friends here, a couple critters," and he's feeding 3 baby squirrels with a little like eyedropper of some orange goo.
Some orange goo.
Like,
but that's actually what he was
him.
like, though. Yeah.
Yep.
He wasn't like a fake dude.
I had a lady friend that let me raise these, and then I'll give them back to her, and then I'm gonna have some more come in, and they're gonna let me. He loved these little animals, dude. Yeah.
He was like a total church guy.
Yeah.
Probably closet homosexual, but
Please,
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Of painting.
No,
The
he
joy
wasn't.
of painting.
That's like Guy Fieri of painting.
Little crimson red.
He's so wholesome, dude. He's just like donating money to out of work restaurant employees, which is
He's a good guy.
Yeah. You can always be
not like that orange shoe wearing motherfucker.
Fucking
Mario Batali.
no, I was gonna say Bobby Flay, that piece of shit.
Oh, I went to his restaurant in Vegas.
Bobby Flay's?
Yeah, I went to his restaurant. He's like, I've been to a couple Emerald restaurants, and they're mediocre at best. So I thought Bobby Flay's would be better. I swear to God, I ordered a steak, and they would not bring me any salt. So
Bullshit.
Bobby has seasoned it perfectly. You won't need any.
You won't need to salt it, Jerry. Why would you insult his steak?
That's what they told me. Like, are you kidding me?
Man.
Damn.
It was a good steak, but it needed some salt.
Hell yeah.
Damn. Fuck Bobby Flay.
Oh, and
Fury would give you roasted wolf garlic salt if you asked for it. Like,
and he sprinkled down his arm.
Yeah.
Our bill was over $300.
Unacceptable for a meal.
Yeah,
and spit in somebody's face for $300 bill.
I can't imagine. We went to Emerald's for Thanksgiving with my parents one year in Orlando at Universal.
Just a mark for celebrity chef restaurants.
Jerry is the reason why celebrity chef restaurants exist.
No, my parents are, not me.
Okay. Do they have any like Paula Deen restaurants or like? Can I go?
Oh, dude, they just scream the N-word in your face and throw a pie at you. It's all it is.
Get out.
It's gonna be the best.
She had her initial restaurant was in, I think it's Savannah, something and the boys or something like that. I forget what it's called. I tried to get in there
N-word and the
twice.
boys.
Yes, N-words.
I tried to
Pack
get
your
in.
picnic lunch.
I tried to get in there twice, and the line is just. At that time, it was just unbelievable.
Hey, dude, she's canceled now. You can probably get in there real easy.
If it even still open.
Paula Dean's Dutch.
Get a nice, nice
We
to
got
go
like
order.
4 celebrity chefs in Cleveland that have restaurants. It's like a battle, dude. It's insane. And they all have like 3 of them. It's crazy.
Man, so there's like 12 celebrity chef restaurants in Cleveland.
Yeah, it's
just hanging
insane,
around.
dude. Yeah,
Man.
they're all over the area around here.
God damn.
Fahrenheit, all these freaking places, dude. Yeah, Michael Simon, the Iron Chef, like he's got like 3 of them. My
yeah.
old neighbor used to be his like business manager, or well, when my old he works for him.
Oh, Paula Deen has a shitload of places.
Yeah,
Paula Deen's Family Kitchen, Paula Deen's Creek House.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these shows, man. Once they got that name, they go all in, dude. Yeah, they open them up everywhere.
Her initial place was called The Lady and Sons that she opened with her kids.
It's
That
just
was her
called
first one.
the buttered N-word.
The buttered.
Absolutely.
She's
steak,
got a place in
steak.
Pigeon Forge. Oh God.
Pigeon Forge.
Yeah, it's
Made
where
that name
Dollywood.
up.
I
It's
love
where Dollywood
Pigeon
is.
Forge.
You ever been there?
Dolly World. Does
Vegas
anyone go to Dolly World
in
anymore?
Tennessee.
I've never been there. I think one year we might try to go there. I think
I've been to
we've always-
Gatlinburg.
Dude,
It's
I will
total
meet-
tourist trap.
I will meet you up there, James.
Is this
awesome.
where the next cruise in
And everyone's got to come up to see your point.
There are some good
we're,
sites.
we're gonna do a
Really are some-
Dollywood meetup.
No.
Is that what you're telling me right now?
No, please,
Dollywood's
no.
trash. Dollywood's trash. Don't go to Dollywood.
We'd probably have the
Oh,
whole
wow.
place to
Okay.
ourselves.
Thumbs down.
Man, especially now with coronavirus, I'm sure Dollywood's still open.
Oh, no, it's not. I guarantee it's
No,
closed.
it's not.
No,
Guys, this is
She had
meetup
a
time.
billboard sign. She had
This
a
is
billboard.
Meetup
We
Yeah,
could
we
get
gotta
travel.
break
we
into
could
one
get
of these parks.
We could get traveled like so cheap. We need to have a big
Dude,
meetup somewhere. We'll rent
You're
a
an
park. I'm sure
essential employee.
some,
It would be
some
cool.
sketchy Airbnb guy will rent us a house for a few days, like just meetup time. Oh
I
yeah.
thought we were doing Strange Realities was going to be a meetup in September.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's just dreaming right now because none of us can leave. We're all locked in.
By September, we will be able to.
Grimstick will write
Who
you
knows?
official podcasting essential employees licenses. You
Yes,
just show that to
exactly.
the
You would show your
authorities.
papers.
Show them your
What do you
name.
get you
We
right
are
through.
here for your mental and physical
Totally.
well-being.
We have to raise money so Nish and Suzanne can fly out.
Exactly.
All we need to do is we just
Yeah.
need to get our hands on some active strains of COVID and then just infect ourselves with it so we can get the antibodies and then we're free to go. Boom, done
And
deal.
we can have a
True.
COVID-free community,
luck.
and we'll use that Google app to make sure no one
Hell
comes
yes. Hell yes.
Good
God,
luck
James, you're a
finding it.
genius.
Yeah.
Genius.
Oh,
God.
Just
we've
get
got
a
this all figured
T-shirt
out.
from Jake the asshole that says "I am COVID free."
Oh, I love Zach
Even
Hawkins
better.
just going off on Jake the asshole. He went,
Oh, was he? I didn't
he went
see
on a
that.
long rant about him. Man, it was
Jake's
great.
awesome.
It
I
was
like
great.
Jake.
I'm friends
Zach-
with him on Facebook.
Zach has other words to say. It was good.
Isn't he like a flat Earth shill or something?
He
Oh,
used to
yeah.
be.
No,
or
yeah.
something. He was allegedly. He used to be. I don't
He's
know.
a flat earther, but he doesn't
so
talk about it.
I watched that.
Yeah.
I watched that Netflix documentary on flat Earth a few nights
Yeah, dude.
ago.
With
Yeah,
Mark Sargent?
Something the curve,
Yeah, with
right?
Mark Sargent. Yeah, it was.
Beyond
it-
the curve.
I have never hated everyone on either side of
the
an
last
argument
line of
more
that
in
show
my
was the
life.
best. The last scene of that show is
Oh
the
yeah, where
best.
they fuck up the experiment
Yeah,
again.
they're like, wait, just you. What if you hold it up higher?
Hold up. Hold up though. I bet they still had more proofs than Bill did on our flat Earth show.
Dude,
I bet.
you know what I kept saying to
I can't even
myself? I was like, surely if this concept is so ridiculous, they would spend 5 minutes of the documentary discrediting what they're saying about NASA and space, and they did they actually went so far as to have some chick be like, yeah, I mean, we really don't even like, what's even the point of having to like debunk this? Like, we already know. Like, they went overboard to explain why they didn't have to explain why what they were saying was wrong.
Jeez.
It's just like, oh, everyone knows this is wrong. It's like, what kind of fucking documentary would you ever make about something where you just assume somebody's wrong about something? Yeah, that everyone already knows something. That's not
Just
a
go fact check
documentary.
yourself.
It
Come on.
was a hit piece. It wasn't.
Oh,
a
it totally
documentary.
was, but it absolutely was, and it wasn't a hit piece about flat Earth. It was it was a hit piece against anyone who thinks anything is not what the government or science tells you.
Yes,
It's literally what it was. It was just because at the very end they had mentioned like how many things that they hit: anti-vax, they hit
Mud
landing,
floods,
they hit
Tartary.
Orbit
Dude,
trains.
hey, you know what?
Yes.
Maybe all this coronavirus is them turning on the heat up, dude, because they know we're on.
I'm going to be honest with you. If I don't drink some gravy soon, I'm probably not going to make it.
Such a booty dubs. It's a hell yeah.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so that's probably what it is. They don't want people knowing too much about hidden
the truth
history,
is
so
out.
they're just turning it up.
Did you read that book that page I put on Discord that talked about the air bursts from the comet breaking up and that would liquefy the ground?
The fucking Smithsonian decided to talk about the Younger Dryas impact theory, and it's like the Smithsonian classic, like, hey, turns out there's been people that are like actually smart that have been proving this for the last 20 years. And like, if we had a chance to have said this before all those people said it, we totally would have talked about it. This is not this is a complete coincidence that we're just deciding to talk about it 20 years after everyone else is and pretending like everyone knew the Younger Dryas event was obviously a huge cataclysm that, destroyed most of the upper Pacific Northwest and all over the world. And then the fact that they mentioned soil liquefaction and all of that.
But the airburst was really interesting to me because it said that if they found pieces of glass, molten glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
there's lots of glass.
I forget to call it. They found there's another word that's like that.
But it was so
in
hot
the desert.
And nanodiamonds, isn't it? They also
nanodiamonds.
Yeah.
But didn't that happen like in India somewhere in one of the deserts?
Yeah, there's lots of it in India, and then I think also in the Sahara.
In the Sahara, yeah.
The reshot structure, and then and I mean that's what the most logical explanation. Well, the most mainstream explanation. Well,
well, that makes more sense than a nuclear war.
No,
that's also how they explained Tunguska. That was the mainstream.
There's no crater there.
No, there isn't. That's why they say it's in like probably an airburst of some kind. Yeah. Which even still, like I don't know if it would cause that clean of damage and like no impact at all.
What if it was God with a lighter? Doing a blue flame.
That's kind of what it looks. If you look at Google Map overheads, it's kind of what it looks like. They just kind of like sprayed it down a little bit.
Damn it, God.
I don't know. Tunguska is still unsolved because it took like 30 years before anyone even like showed up to come check it out.
That would be a great name for the show, God's Blue Flame, or the Blue Flame of God.
Except we
have to vote on it.
Except Missouri Ladyboys is literally a million times better.
.com. I bought the domain.
It's already the domain, dude.
Go to MissouriLadyboys.com with a Y.
With a Y.
With
Perfect.
A Y.
Man,
Tiger King's
they suckered me in. They're like, it's only
site.
$1 a year.
Like, you can't say no to that. Come on.
Well, then turn out to be $12. Like, okay, how does that fucking work?
Scams.
Fucking GoDaddy. They suck.
We got an Oxmente tomorrow night, Jer.
Tomorrow night's an obelisk, and we're spending the evening with Misaki Miyagawa.
Oh, that sounds fucking real Japanese.
Sounds like pretty small tits, though.
He's a pretty round dude. I think he's Japanese or he's Hawaiian, one of the two. So he's got that Samoan thing going on.
I like
Don't
his
believe the
energy.
5.6.
He's a really cool dude. He's all about energy healing, and we're going to talk about prepping and stuff. Like he was on Freeman a couple weeks ago. And
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best.
Next week, wait, we got like a big time non-community dude, author. One of my favorite authors is coming on, Mario Acevedo. He wrote The Nymphos of Rocky Flats.
Hell yeah, dude. That is thirst, man. Holy shit.
Jailbait Zombies. And,
Jailbait Zombie was the best. God.
The Undead Kama Sutra is another one.
That'll be
so
good.
Anyway, next week on the 15th, he'll be on. He's all jazz too, so it's very cool. He sent me a bunch of his short stories.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it, guys. Patreon.com/cruisewithsteak, cruisewithsteak.com/donate. That's all I got.
MissouriLadyboys.com.
MissouriLadyboys.com. Thanks everybody for joining. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Love y'all.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
No longer anxious with time. No longer in my prime. A sliver of wisdom, a taste of ambrosia. Perfectly fine in my skin, even on a rainy day. Unraveling holograms, sifting through beach sand. You see a flash in the pan, a metal detector, a fool and his folly. Snug as a bug in a rug in my humble abode. Perfectly fine in my skin, even on a rainy day. As time drags, your computer lags, causing a time rift. Then your body goes stiff, building up and building up and building up and breaking down and building up and building up and building up and breaking down and building up and building up and building up and breaking through. Look, a shooting star, a lucky streak from afar. Yes, you're down on your luck and life is hard. No worry, I'll be your bodyguard.